Hello and welcome to today's episode. Last we left off, we had just finished uh, the off-season. A pretty eventful one, nonetheless. We lost King Abo and a lot of our lone players. None of them are willing to come back. Even still, I mean, I can try and search King Abo and see if he's wanting to come back. The answer is almost certainly no. Yeah. If we give him a fee, a sell-on fee, he's worth 10 million, where there's no way that's going to be happening. However, our squad is looking quite good. We have, most importantly, a ton of potential between all our players. Very, very promising in terms of that. Apparently Max Thompson is no longer what I was hoping he was going to be. A lot of transfers over the offseason. Let's take a quick look at what happened. First off, sell of the offseason was someone, this guy, Ben Jones. Currently a C+. He was showing, what, 2.5-star current ability, this kind of potential. Championships, people came in and offered us £2 million for him. Everton did. Whatever their scouting division thought, they were smoking something bad. We sold him off for $2 million. That was really the turn. I couldn't really bring anybody in. I couldn't really sell anybody off because we didn't get an increase in our budgets. So I just tried my best, did what I could. But eventually, we got a bunch of players in on free transfers. I'll be introducing them to you as we start playing with them. Good signings, bad signings, a lot of cheap players. This one, though he's a good player, was a bad signing because he's a match highest earner clause, and I hate it. A lot of these players were showing 4.5 to 5-star potential, so anybody that shows 4-star potential currently is just a scouting problem, or our coaches not having quite it. So, starting today, it's a pretty similarly looking team. Folks will be in goal. Back for Sturge, Moon, Turns, and Wormlight 10. Turns is Ed Turns, 3.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability. Can play anywhere across the back. We're currently starting him at center back. His central defender on cover, fine by me. And Wormlight 10, Joe Wormlight 10, 2.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability. Wants to be a right wing back, but wants to be an attacking wing back. But we're going to be playing him at right back as a complete wing back. Another great youngster who's worth a lot of money. Currently, he's only an emergency backup, but we're paying him a lot. We're going to play him. He has the potential. Taylor, Pyaforce, and an adds hit in midfield. Montgomery, the only player we paid money for this offseason. He was showing better than this. It was like 4-star, 5-star, something like that. However, still a good League One player, a good championship player in the future. Can play anywhere we want across this left side, similar to Linton. He comes in from Norwich for 600k. They made a little loss on that transaction. They wouldn't give us back King Abo, so we'll take this guy. 23 years old, Scottish international. He's played a lot for Scotland. Very nice to see. Worth more money than we paid for him. Currently going to be starting him at left winger. Some other options we've got. Let's see. Noah Hay. He came in from Chelsea on loan. Only 2.5-star current ability. Showing his 5-star potential. He'll sit on our bench and maybe play for us. Chaplin had to be sold off. He threw a fit because we didn't have the money to bring him back, and so, or we didn't upgrade the training facilities. He had a sell-on clause to a higher division for 500k. So many people went on for him. I said, okay, as long as you loan him back, he's worth a lot of money. It was the only way to bring him in back in the day, so I thought I should have tried to get him on a new deal sooner. We didn't have the money to upgrade the training facilities until we sold off that guy for $2 million, and then we upgraded them for $2 million. See how that works? Deshaun Oakley Booth, another midfield option, just kind of playing in here. 3-star current ability, 4-star potential ability. He comes in from Sheffield Wednesday on a free. Just for some strength and depth here, can play anywhere we want him to. Sonny Hilton, Josh Adams. This might have been the signing of the offseason. 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential, decent Premier League division player. Coming for free from Man City. Being paid a lot of money, but if he is as good as we think he is, play anywhere across the attack, even to midfield, that's going to be incredible. Look, he's already got 5 million value. And then Derek Abu and Dudziak are just sitting on our bench because we have enough players in the Carabao Cup. So, we need to give squad numbers to everybody. That's okay. Go ahead and submit that. We'll go into the match and probably going to get crushed today. Swansea are expected to probably do pretty well. No pressure on anybody, but let's get some fist pumping and try and get them jazzed up. We can see who's going to enjoy the fist pump. Some of the new players aren't quite there yet. Hopefully we can look to start off this new year quite strongly, because I don't want to end or start the same way we ended last year. I don't want to be a losing side for so much of the season. They are projecting, as I said, 14th place. The board only went mid-table. Still talks. We've been in constant talks of deals happening. Oh my goodness, Kane Taylor from outside the box. A good little run from Warren before he almost lost the ball. We got there. Nice and early, scoring a goal. Maybe the Carabao Cup will come this year if they actually want to go ahead and score some goals. Yes, Ads had a very good assist. Taylor just kicking it in. The bad news for our squad is we have no set-piece takers. Sonny Hilton, who's sitting on our bench with like a 10 on both, is our best taker in every position. So we're rocking 9s and 8s for most of them. It is rough out here. Wasn't really paying attention to that. I was just scrounging for players, not really paying attention, and so it happens. It happens. We've never really had great set-piece takers except for in the League 2 promotion season when we had Walsh, who was very good, and last year when he was coming in off our bench. So it happens. It happens. It's never something I specifically look for. Probably once we start getting up to the Championship and the Premiership, that's when we really should dig in and make sure we've got one of those players who can do it well. But for right now, I'm not too concerned. They have scored a revenge goal on us, a very nice play around the midfield, and that guy coming in on the right and just places it perfectly to get the result they're looking for. Again, not expecting much. Came out, we scored a goal. We scored a goal, and that's good enough for me. They're going to respond, probably by scoring more. They didn't appreciate that they got beat by a League 1 side. Yep, 2 goals in already. Second goal of the season for Mohamed Fares. Once again, I don't know anybody's names. I know my players' names and that from this game and the stream save because I'll recognize them. But that's about the extent of it. So if these people are actually good championship level players in England, it doesn't mean anything to me. A very nice goal by them once again. 30 minutes in, we are already having Ads Head take a corner. Oh, Jasper Moon! Once again, already scoring. A very good job. Probably need to check those set-piece corner instructions to make sure that we are taking the proper people with the corners. Really just kind of fumbled around in there. But we've tied the game back up. We are winning on XG as well. They've just been really clinical with the 3 shots they've taken and scored on 2 of them. You've been unlucky. I'm happy with the way things are going. Truth be told, you're not expecting to win this result. But we do have a match in 3 days, so we need to be careful. Make sure that we do not stress our players out too much just because of game time. For Burstow, Mason Burstow, with his first goal of the season. As long as that's not called offside, doesn't look like it. Perfect. A very, very nice corner. We kick it, it falls to Burstow. We need to make sure that that guy can take a header because he's currently the one we're shooting it at with his head. As I said, forward to Burstow. And a perfect result there. Very, very nice. Okay, so we are back up in the lead. 60 minutes. We're probably going to take anybody who's tired or anybody who's playing poorly off. So, for example, Ford is very tired and Moon are tired. So Chaplin, bring in the small boy back line. Perfectly fine. That. Ford comes off. We'll be bringing Josh Adams on for his first start for us. As a winger on attack. Enjoys that role. Not going to make any other substitutions at this point. Going to give it another at least 10 minutes. Want to make sure that we do not bring on too many people at once and flub a lead that we are very capable of keeping. Okay, another options. Let's see. Wormley 10 can come off. We can bring Noah Hay on for him. Very much does not want to play in that role. We'll have him play as a wingback on support instead. Be a complete. Sturge can come off. Switch Montgomery back. And we'll bring on Linton for Sturge. Go. Perfect. Okay. Here we go. Another highlight. Hay with a throw in. Very long throw to Burstow. We sing it to our striker off on the wing. That seems like a counterintuitive play. Adds head to Linton. Just softly caps it for the keeper. If he had hammered that in the back of the net, I think we would have been able to score that one pretty reasonably. Okay, a few minutes left. A few people in our back line are tired. What do we got on the bench? We got Oakley Booth. switch off one of the midfield players, or we've got Sonny Hilton. I really want to switch off one of the strikers, and I don't really feel like bringing in Abu. He's not near as good as we need him to be. So I guess Ad's head is coming off for Booth. Want to play anywhere else? You do not. You are equally okay at everything. He was showing 3.5 stars when I brought him in, and he was one of the first players we brought in, so I'm fine with that. Hey now. Hey now, this is my dreams. No, hey now with the kick. Fortunately, they are coming back on the attack. And they're going to score. Oh, I thought folks had that. His leg got out just far enough. But it was a touch too late. They snuck the ball underneath his ankles. Bad day for us. This does mean I believe we're going into penalties or extras. One of the two. Montgomery with the free kick. Oh! I thought we could have made something of that. Well, still. A fairly good showing, all things considered. How's our penalty taking? We're gonna lose. Got it. Best penalty taker is 8. Well, Folks has had an ability to block some of these in the past, so we're gonna hope he can continue pulling out some magic. That's my guy. He's our longest tenured player, most games played in ever. All we have to do is score goals on them. As long as we don't miss, we will win. Aguera, I recognize that name from somewhere. Folks, oh my goodness, he's 2 for 2. This man is a monster. Oakley Booth now. Let's see if you've got anything special in you. Answer is no. Okay, well, you've just wasted Folks' effort. Folks, you're going to go 3 for 3. I doubt it. They're probably going to score eventually. Naismith. No. Almost. You went in the right direction. You just didn't extend your hands high enough. Fell too much on the ground. Turns now. See if Turns has anything in him. Nope. Back even Stevens. Okay. Folks, we need more magic from you. I know it's a Premier League or a Champions League side. Not expected to do as well as you'd hoped, but okay, that's not great. Okay, Apaya Forsen, I know you've got this in you. I've seen you score these before. We need you to keep the streak alive. Perfect. Okay. Now, folks, you know what to do. You just need to block here, and then we will score the last one. That's how... Oh, yes, my boy. Folks, I want to kiss you. A kiss. Nor the mustache here. Don't worry. You're the best. He's probably... Other than Abo, who I brought in for loan for those 2 years, I think Folks might be the next best player we've ever signed. Yes! And with that, we have upset... Awesome. We've upset Swansea. Champions side... We showed that we can win games against Champions League, solid Champions League competition. I believe we are now in a good place. Oh, more players are coming in. We're going to deal with that later. Good place to continue forward into the league. We'll jump into the next match in just a moment. Real quick before the next game, I said we'd bring in a few new players. 3 loans in from Watford for free, playing as fringe players. Lewis Miley, just an option, playing on either wing if we want him to. 3.5 star current ability, that's all that matters. Kumas is another winger option who can also play up front if we need him to in a pinch, and can play midfield in a pinch. Also on loan. I recognize the name. I believe I had him in the stream save. I'm not exactly sure. 3-star current ability, can play how we want him to. And then Isaac Mabaya, we had him on back when we were in League 2. He played 29 games for us. He was he think, our starting right back, and he kept getting injured. So he was out. He was in last season's team for last season. 32 games for Salford, but did very well for them. So he comes in as a good option to either play at right back or in midfield, depending on where we need him to. He can play defensive midfield if we decide to go that direction. Another fringe player, fringe option. On to the game. Okay, a little news before we get into the next game. We are no longer the lowest salaried team in all of League One. We're the second lowest by a pretty narrow margin, with the average team having 2 or so times our money. With some of these top teams that just recently got relegated, they have 3 or 5 times our money. Overall, an improvement. We certainly have much more money than last year. I believe we are up to, a lot. We have extra 20,000 per month, it's definitely showing in terms of what we have at the club available. So jumping into this next game against Barnsley, away against Barnsley, they were projected 7th. We're now up to 11th place though in the projections. I think the team is going to be the exact same. Montgomery didn't have the greatest game. We'll give him at least another game or two before we start making substitutions. They're a bit tired, but I don't want to fiddle with too many things too quickly. So for now, we'll just submit it. Oh, we need to pull these guys off and call it good for now. We are still trying to get loans out for some of our players who do not currently fit within the first team squad. So that is perfectly fine. We got nothing to lose here. Get some revenge. Not many people are interested in revenge, but what they are interested, though, fist pumps get some going. For Montgomery and turns again. Okay, a very nice attendance. We are still working on our new stadium. However, it is going to be completed the end of next calendar year. Not the end of next. The end of the 2028 season is when it should be completed. Thus far, we've looked pretty pathetic. Nothing has happened. Folks does a nice job getting that. Moon, Surge coming forward. He's still not the player I hoped he'd be. Not bad by any means. He's just not showing the potential to be a championship level player like I had hoped. Ford, a little give and go, and Mason Burstow was offside, wasn't it? No. Linesman is on our side. A little jig there. That's perfectly okay. A little give and go there with Ford. We don't have the Ford-Abo connection anymore, but hopefully Burstow can help build that rapport with our various wingers that we have in the club. A tight offside. Yeah, I guess he was played on a little bit by that guy off to the right. I was looking at the guys in the middle. A very nice result by us, getting us up 1-0. Which we have a game in hand because for whatever reason we started the season late. Just because of the various matches that have happened so far. Everybody's looking for a draw today, but if we come out with a win, we are going to look good to start the season. That's 2 wins, 1 against championship competition and 1 against a playoff promotion favorites. Or maybe not favorite, but one of the people that are expected to compete for the spot. Be a very good result for our own playoff and possibly automatic promotion aspirations. Ooh, very poor pass in there. Still from the back. Nope, just send it over the top. Chapman now. Nice grab. Nice block there by Moon as well. Lost it a little bit, but he was able to pick it back up and recover nice and easily. Free kick. Nice block. It does earn them a corner, which is never... I forgot to change the instruction. Put that into my mind. Check corner instructions, check corner instructions, check corner instructions. I'm going to be stopping the recording session after this. I've been playing for hours because off-seasons take so bloody long. Montgomery now, coming down this left side. Is he just going to send it forward? He is. Oh, we weren't quite ready for it. Ad's head now. It over the top. Oh, come on. Just a little less oomph on that and we would have had it. Still, I am doing good getting shots away. But if we keep playing like that, we should be able to win this game. But he's very happy, though. They are a bit tired. We do have a week off after this match. I don't have to worry too much about how things are going to be going. Let's go ahead and make a couple of substitutions now. I mean, Montgomery's just not having a good game again. Bring Adams on for him, or do we bring Linton on? Bring on Linton, because he connects much better with guys in the back, though I was probably going to... We'll switch off... We'll switch on Noah Hay, who once again wants to be a wingback on support instead. Fine by me. Similar substitutions we made last time. Trying to figure out what our best players are. We have a good squad though. Not great, but a 3-star and above squad for everything. All these players deserve to be at this level. 2 more players need to be swapped off. Sturges can be swapped off for no one. Crap. Here's what we'll do. Linton swaps back. Sturges comes up for Adams. Play an inside forward on attack. That's fine by me. And turns comes off for Chaplin. And Jasper Moon probably wants to come off, but he's not going to be able to come off because we don't have a player on the bench for him. Ford now. over the top, a little bit of bounce on the head, ends up with Taylor. Gonna send it over the right wing again? No. Yeah, it ends up with Hay. Hay is going to try and decide what to do with it. He sends it to Adds head across to Ford, who can't get the header in the correct direction. Pause make substitutions, but 10 minutes have not passed. Now then, we got time for substitution. Our midfield are shattered. Who's playing the worst? It looks like a Paya Forson. We'll bring on Booth for him. Everybody else is just going to have to suffer through the last 10 to 15 minutes of play. Hopefully we can come out with a result. See, hold our breath. Will happen. And we got away with a 1-0. Not perfect, but nobody gave us a chance, but we won. A resounding success for the opening games for us. Made some money on the cup. Our next match going to be up against another Champions League side, except this time we're going to be at home, so it's not going to be as much money. But 3 points in one game. I mean, if we win our next one, we're in the running. Everyone, we are in the running. So, taking a look at our schedule, I'll probably play a couple of matches, maybe get down somewhere towards the end of September, just so I get a feel for how the club is going, how the team is doing, maybe figure out our starters, do some rotations in amongst here. Oh my, this month is going to be hell. It's just so many games. I don't know why they don't stretch the season out a little bit longer. I feel like that's a possibility, but yikes. We played towards the end of May. I think we could lose a couple of games here. We're not playing every single day. We got enough squad depth now that we can actually do rotations as opposed to last year. We have backups in every position that I'm comfortable playing. So that's a very good result. That being said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Feel free to like and subscribe if you did. I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. You should watch another. Please.